We are in November, which means that this is the final update to my Those eyeshadows before I do the grand finale in December. I always wrap up this project in December and take a little bit of time to play around with my makeup collection, and then back in January I will, you know, bring back this project with a fresh color story. But this is the final update until the finale. I love this project pan. It's my favorite to do because it allows me to play around with my eyeshadows. I have so many eyeshadows, and you know, randomly generating eyeshadows from my collection allows me to like find new hidden gems that I haven't played with or haven't thought about for a long time. So it is working out absolutely amazingly for me. I work on 6 shades at a time, and 1 is hand selected and the other 5 are randomly generated. And this is the color story that I have been working on for the last month. It is very fall appropriate. I enrolled a bunch of new shades. I think the 4 last shades here were generated last time. So I am I've been very pleased with this color story. Granted, there are maybe some shades that are a bit too similar, but anyways, here we are. I'm gonna talk about the shades, how I've been doing, and yeah, I am actually rolling out some shades this update. So the first shade here is the one that has been in the longest. This is the shade Energy from my Ace Beauté Envy palette. This is something that I have been wanting to play with for a long time. I love the color story, but it's just, you know, fallen into my eyeshadow collection, and I haven't really used this palette as much as I wanted. So you can see what Energy has been looking like since I rolled it in. It's a very, very dark green shade, obviously. I have been using it as a liner, but also like to deepen up my outer corner. I love a green eyeshadow, so I have been rocking a lot of green looks since rolling this shade in. As of today, I have used Energy 18 times, and this is what the palette is now looking like. So pleased to have hit pan in Energy before the 20 uses. I have a 20 use like limit. I can continue to use a shade if I really want to hit pan on it after 20 uses, but if I feel like I'm very fed up with the shade, I cannot to roll it out. So, but I did hit pan within those 20 uses. Not as deep pans as I thought they were going to be, and obviously this is a very dark shade, so I'm so pleased to have a pan in this palette. It is absolutely beautiful. This shade is like calling to me. I love these kind of grungy green shades. They are my favorite. So pleased to have given this palette some love. It is going back in my collection. Then we have a very beautiful duochrome shade here. It's looking, it's like shifting from a gold greenish to a copper. I don't know if you can tell the flip completely from my arm, but it is the shade Sally Star from the GlossGods Gal on Venus palette. This is a Swedish indie brand, and they do really nice special shades. So Sally's Star has been in for I think 2 updates. I don't really remember, but you can see what it has been looking like. GlossGods shades are not too difficult to hit pan on. So as of today, I have used Sally's Star 17 times. And this is the palette now. So you can see I was able to hit pan. It took longer than I expected, but maybe it's because it's a darker shimmer shade. Usually I can hit pan quite quickly in GlossGods shades, but I have been so it's been so fun to have this palette out. When I bought this, I kind of regretted it because I was over the very warm toned eyeshadow looks. You know, the modern Renaissance hype had basically gone by many years, and then playing with it now, I feel like I'm back. I'm back into these shades, these like oranges, and yeah, it's really a beautiful shade. You can see this shade here. It has a lot of nice flips. It's very dark though. So beautiful palette. I'm very pleased to have a pan in it now, and to have like reignited my love for a really warm tone palette. So I am also rolling that shade out, that palette out. Then last update, I generated this green shade. It is also from a GlossGods palette. It's the Dancing in the Sky palette. This is like a green all shimmer palette, a green and purple all shimmer palette, and it's the shade Look Up. So I have used the shade Look Up only 5 times as of today, and this is what it's looking like. So you can see I have a little dip, but not a pan. The pans are not too deep. I did realize that I actually have 2 pans. I have a pan in this shade here, and also in this shade here. So in hindsight, I should have rolled this palette, like I should have re-rolled, because this shade here and the shade down here are quite similar. And also because I have already 2 pans in this palette, I have shown it a lot of love, obviously. But here we are. I didn't roll it out, and I'm gonna keep it in because I don't think it's gonna be too difficult if I just focus in on it a little bit. I mean, it's a very nice inner corner shade, so here we are. But 5 uses is not gonna give me a pan. But hopefully by next update I will have a pan in this one. So Look Up is gonna stay in the project. Then I have this gray shade here, which is from my Martine Cosmetics 669 palette. This is the old one. It was interesting because I rolled this palette in last update, and then they re-released it. They released it in a thinner packaging, I think. So this is what I got. It's the felt palette from a couple of years ago. So the shade I enrolled is called Willow, and it's just like a dark gray metallic, or like a satin shade. Not the most fun, but I have been using this one as a liner most of the time, so you can see what it has been looking like since I rolled it in. I have used Willow now 15 times, and this is what it's looking like. So I do have a super nice dip, as you can see in that 6. The pans are not too deep. I have a pan in this one, for example, but yeah, I still have some ways to go, but I am gonna try to really hit pan in this one by next update. If I continue to use it as a liner like I have been, I think I should be okay. I think it should be, I should be able to do it. But yeah, if you're interested in this palette, they have re-released it. I don't know if they have changed, like if they have a new formula or anything. I don't know if all of the shades are exactly like this. I think they are. But it is a very nice dark grungy palette if you like grays and so on, but you have also some nice duochrome shades in it. So I do enjoy Martine Cosmetics formula. So if you've been eyeing it, go for it. But it's obviously gonna remain in the project. I am gonna use it more. I only have 5 more uses to go on this shade, but I will continue using it until I hit pan. Or if the next update comes before, there we are. Then the other green shade here, it's a little bit lighter, more maybe golden. It has more of a golden flip than this one. It's more just your standard green shimmer shade. This is the shade Isabella from my It's Belle Cosmetics. Miss this brand. It's the Pixie Grove palette. Love, love, love this palette. I actually brought this with me traveling. I went to Taiwan for 2 weeks, and this is the palette I brought with me. Isabella is a very nice inner corner shade. Now I did not do my eye makeup all the time traveling, so I have only used Isabella now 8 times. Is that correct? Maybe I have not marked all the times that I used it when I traveled, but this is what it's looking like. So it is competing. I don't know what I'm gonna do. If I'm gonna try to hit pan in this one first or in the other one. I have no clue. But maybe this one, so I have a pan in this palette. It is absolutely beautiful. I've loved bringing this one. This orange shade here is stunning. This green one is also really, really nice. I had a blast using this palette on my travels, so not mad that it's staying in the project. Then I have this shade here, which is like a lighter shade of the Sally's Star shade. It's like a pink orange shade. That one is my hand selected shade, and it's from the Unearthly Cosmetics Grind palette. I want to try and hit pan in all of my Unearthly palettes, so this was up next. Based on the color story, I felt like this is appropriate to pull out. And the shade is called Impulse. I am wearing Impulse on my lids today, like on the majority of the lid. Then I have used Impulse today 14 times, so quite a lot. And this is where we are. So a dip, but not a pan. I hope that I'm gonna be able to hit pan in this one. Obviously, if I use it 6 more times, I will have used it the 20 uses, but I want to hit pan in all of my Unearthly shadows, so I'm gonna keep it around even if I hit that 20 use goal, probably. This is also like a really beautiful palette. I felt when I got it that maybe it's not my favorite, but using it now, like these oranges and the green here, I'm absolutely loving this palette, so I'm glad to have found my way back to loving these warm toned palettes, but it's also warm toned with a twist because you have that green shade here and you have a really nice orange here. Maybe this is like the Singe orange yellow shade. If you know, you know, but yeah, that is the final shade, which means, my friends, that we are rolling out these 2 top shades here, and the 4 other shades are gonna stay in the project. And as I said, this is the final update before the finale, so 2 new shades. Hopefully they will match the color story, and I will be able to hit pan in as many of these as possible. But yeah, I'm gonna bring out my look at my numbers. Let's see where we are. Okay, so currently I do have 3,732 eyeshadows, and yeah, it's a lot. We do not judge. It's a lot. I know. I have a problem. So I'm gonna randomly generate 2 shades. If they look too similar to anything that I'm panning, I'm gonna re-roll. And if it already has a pan, I'm also gonna re-roll. So let's check out what numbers we get. 806. Oh, this is perfect. 806 is from an Unearthly palette, so it's perfect because I want to hit pan in them anyways. And this palette does not have a pan. So 806 is from the Poison Apple palette, and it's the shade Red Delicious, which I suspect is a matte red. Maybe. It could also be like a dark red shimmer shade. No clue. But we are, it should be okay. Okay. Then 3,272. That's a new palette, my friends. 3,272. Okay. It wasn't as new as I thought. No. Yes. It's from a Makeup Revolution palette that I got in my advent calendar last year, and it's the 8th shade. I don't think they had number or had names, or if they had names I threw away the plastic. That's a very neutral palette. Let me bring those palettes out, let me swatch out the new color story and see where we are. I am back. This is the old color story, and this is the new color story. Why did I swatch it so weird? There we are. Maybe. Let me swatch it a little bit better. This brown shade is what is messed up. There we go, maybe. Alright, so obviously this one is the Look Up shade from GlossGods. This is the Martine Cosmetics. This is the Unearthly Grind palette. This is the It's Spell. So the first shade here, very, very appropriate for holiday season, is the Poison Apple by Unearthly Cosmetics. This is the old one. It says Alien Cosmetics even, but I love this packaging. And the shade Red Delicious is this shade here. So I was right when I said it might be a red shimmer shade. It's not the most shimmery sparkly shade, but it is very, very vibrant and opaque. So I'm not mad at it. I think it's gonna be okay to play with during November, December. And yeah, don't know if I'm gonna be able to hit pan on that one, just because it's so vibrant. I'm a bit concerned. I might not be able to do it, but we shall see. That is the shade from the Unearthly palette. And then we have this standard brown shade here, and that is the 8th shade from the Makeup Revolution the True Icon palette. And yeah, the shades are only numbered. This palette surprised me. I mean, you have 2 cream shades here, which I'm not the most fussed about, but these shimmer shades are actually pretty insane. Like, what business had Makeup Revolution to bring us shimmer shades like that? I have no clue where that came from, but that is why I actually kept this palette, because obviously it is very neutral and that's not really my jam, but seeing those shimmer shades when I tried this out on my eyes, I was so amazed. So the 8th shade is this one here. It's just your standard warm tone brown, but it's gonna be okay. I mean, I can pair it with all of the shades in this color story, so it is actually pretty good. Now I am working on a matte purple in my Panda palette in order, so we shall see if I can like mix them together or whatever. But that is the new color story. Let me know what you think. I hope I'm gonna be able to hit pan in the like top 4 at least, the old shades. That would be so nice. I love to see like at the end of the project how many pans I hit. Because I haven't hit pan in all of the shades that I have enrolled, but I have hit pan in quite a few of them. So I think last year my pan percentage for this project was above 80% of all of the shades that I worked on. So I hope that it will be kind of the same. I think it's gonna be, but we shall see. I have been working on 35 shades come the next finale. I will have worked on 35 shades throughout this project, which is pretty good. And yeah, if I have a pan percentage that is around 80%, I'm gonna be very happy. So that is gonna wrap it up for this video. Let me know what you think. Have you hit any pans in eyeshadows? Are you doing this project? And how is your panning journey for 2025 looking thus far? I can't believe that we're already like, we're in November and we're soon in 2026. It's crazy to me, but here we are. And yeah, I sounded like an old person. The time goes by so fast now when you're old. Yeah. I hope that you're all well, and you know, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I really love to have you in the family. But yeah, take care guys, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!